And it's another late night episode of Sundry News for Thursday, July 16th. First of all, we start with the Daily Shapiro, which came in this evening. National Association of Police Organizations, which endorsed Obama and Biden twice, endorses Trump. Ah ha ha. I like the sound of that. Of course, possibly less people these days care what the police have to say. Or maybe it's more. You never know. North Carolina city votes to offer community reparations for black citizens. That's so ominous. What are they going to do? They're going to make everybody write a check? And I wonder how many of their black citizens are descendants of slaves. I wonder if any of their black citizens are descendants of slaves. North Carolina. Who knows? Terry Crews cites Nick Cannon's racist anti-white comments. I told you so. Yeah. We can't let Black Lives Matter become Black Lives Better. And here comes Nick Cannon talking about how black people are better simply because they have more melanin in their skin. That's not supremacist talk at all. Charlemagne the God. I hate that name. Nick Cannon getting fired for anti-Semitic remarks proves Jews have the power. My goodness. He only got fired from one job. Chrissy Teigen mass deletes tweets, blocks 1 million accounts over Jeffrey Epstein conspiracy. Chrissy Teigen is gross. The bunch of ads. And next up is the Daily Wire from this morning. Nick Cannon hits back at Viacom CBS after firing him. Respect the power of the black community. Ugh. Oh. Florida labs found significantly inflating positive COVID testing rate. Yeah, you know how they were doing that? They weren't reporting negative tests. So their positive test rate was damn near 100% because most of their negative tests were not reported. Hence, significant inflation. And that's why now all tests have to be sent to the Health and Human Services in Washington, D.C. And I hope that we can trust those people. I think that everybody who works at the CDC, and obviously everybody who works at these labs, and everybody who works at OSHA also are completely incompetent. OSHA, I'm including, because they are completely going against their rules about masks and how individuals who are going to be wearing masks long term are supposed to be tested for the best kind of mask and if it's actually safe for them. But no, everybody can wear masks now. It's required. It's not required everywhere, thank God, but it is required here. Walsh, if we are tearing down memorials to men who did bad things, what about George Floyd memorials? That is an excellent question. He was a bad man. Just because the last crime he committed was a non-violent one does not change the fact that he was a bad man. He did bad things. He did violent things. President Trump and Missouri governor say they may step in to help St. Louis couple targeted for protecting home. Good. There is no legal reason for them to be targeted. Charlemagne the God? Yeah, I just read that. The best way to stop a barking dog. Do this. From Bark Begone. And there's a bunch more ads. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Moving along to the Daily Yahoo. Money, 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 money. A run on cents. Why coins are disappearing from cash registers across the country. A shortage of circulating coins born out of the coronavirus panic has spurred the creation of a U.S. coin task force to help solve this problem. That's interesting. Okay, I'm intrigued. At fast food restaurants, supermarkets, banks, and other businesses across the country where cash normally changes hands, customers are being warned that coins are in short supply. Scott Talon found that out last weekend when he used a Starbucks drive-thru in Virginia and was met by a handwritten sign that read, "Due to the national coin shortage, we can only accept exact change or electronic payment at this time." He thought it was a prank. "I was going to email the store manager or Starbucks headquarters because it didn't look official," said Talon, an assistant professor at American University in Washington. "It's all very strange and fitting of the times we're in." Starbucks did not immediately respond to a request for comment Wednesday. The apparent absence of enough coins in the nation's marketplace has so alarmed the federal government that last month the Federal Reserve established a U.S. coin task force to mitigate the effects of low coin inventories caused by the COVID-19 panic. So, coins are the new toilet paper, huh? The 22 members of the task force were announced Friday, representing government agencies, banks, and businesses, and they are convening this month with the goal of sharing recommendations in early August to identify actionable steps that supply chain participants can take to address the current coin circulation issue. Daniel Soaks, an assistant professor of economics at the University of North Carolina, Wilmington, called the situation a perfect storm of circumstances born out of the panic, during which businesses that deal heavily in coins, such as laundromats, may have closed, while the fear of getting the coronavirus by touching currency may have spurred people to avoid physical monetary transactions altogether. Coinstar, which operates about 22,000 coin cashing kiosks nationwide, said volumes slowed amid state and city lockdowns. New coin production was also hampered at the U.S. Mint's production facilities in March and April. Oh, so new coin production was hampered, so if we ramp that up for a little bit and get it back to normal, I don't know. And when the economy started tanking with record losses in the spring, it was enough for some people to start hoarding coins and hoarding money in general, Soak said. Last month, Federal Reserve banks began allocating money from existing coin inventories to banks as a temporary measure. As of April, there was nearly $48 billion of coinage in circulation, the Treasury estimated. The Fed said in a statement that it is confident that the coin inventory issues will resolve once the economy opens more broadly and the coin supply chain returns to normal circulation patterns, although it recognizes that these measures alone will not be enough to resolve near-term issues. Fed Chair Jerome Powell acknowledged at a House Financial Services Committee hearing last month that banks are also suffering through the lack of a flow of coins. Okay, the story continues even further. I don't need to read anymore. Obviously, I'll put the link in the description for anybody who might possibly watch this someday. Amber Heard's former assistant alleges actor appropriated her story of being sexual violence survivor. Aha! Kate James, Amber Heard's former personal assistant, alleged that Heard had appropriated her story of being a sexual violence survivor, giving evidence at London's Royal Courts of Justice on the 7th day of Johnny Depp's libel trial against the publisher of the Sun newspaper. Sounds like good news for Johnny Depp. The White House reportedly sent the Pentagon dirt on the... And by the way, I am on Johnny Depp's side. I mean, I was ambivalent before, but ever since those audio recordings came out, making it quite clear that she was the big driver of the violence in their relationship, yeah, I'm on his side. The White House reportedly sent the Pentagon dirt on Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vindman to derail his promotion. Investigators could not corroborate the allegations against Vindman, and he retired this month following a campaign of bullying from Trump. Well, you shouldn't be such a little pussy. See your new house payment with Quicken Loans. Mortgage rates have fallen. If you're paying a mortgage, even if you've recently refinanced, you should be considering refinancing for a lower rate. Quicken Loans. CNN anchor rips GOP lawmaker suing over mask mandates. You're not a doctor. Neither are you, motherfucker. Also, it's not actually... Doctors aren't trained in Doctors are not trained in PPE procedures. That's not their field. So, that you're not a doctor is completely moot. CNN anchor Breonna Kyler on Wednesday clashed with a Republican state lawmaker who is suing over mask mandates, eventually pointing out that he is not a public health expert, while noting he's already had one case tossed out. With coronavirus cases and hospitalizations spiking in Florida. Oh, will they really still be spiking now that tests are going to be sent to Washington, not to the White House, not to a bunch of politicians, to the Health and Human Services. I wonder if these spikes will still be spikes. Woman uncovers eerie detail about her parents' wedding. It was a ritual. When it comes to weddings, every detail is important. Oh, a wedding is a type of ritual. What? Jim Carrey confirms ex Renee Zellweger was the love of his life. I had no idea that Jim Carrey and Renee Zellweger used to be together. The actors dated for a year after co-starring in 2000's Me, Myself, and Irene. Oh, that was a long time ago. That's from Yahoo Celebrity. Featured, protect your devices and data from cyber criminals. Get powerful protection against viruses, malware, and other online threats with Yahoo Protect Premium. Plus, you get 24/7 live help anytime you need it. Try it today, risk-free. And what's hot is Yahoo Search for face shields and Yahoo Search for VA home loans. Turning now, Mariel, Enos, no idea. Sandra Bullock. Coronavirus, always at number 3, not suspicious at all. Elin Hildebrand, 2020 Honda Accord. Foam mattress, Kimberly Guilfoyle, custom face masks. Oh yeah, speaking of custom face masks, I was thinking about getting some, let's say, how about one that says, I can't breathe? And I was thinking about another one with a Star of David on it, and some words to say something along the lines of, guess who else was just following the rules? That sort of thing. Jillian Michaels and Kristen Doubt. Kristen Doughty? Doubt. It's probably Doubt. Kristen Doubt. I have no idea.